Alright guys, today we're going to be drawing a T-Rex, and this is a complicated one, so follow along with me, but make sure you have a pencil, because we are going to be lightly sketching out our shapes before we get started. So we will be erasing a lot of these lines. Let's take a look. First off, we're going to start with our T-Rex head. It's going to be open like this, because we're going to give our T-Rex a big open mouth. So we're going to draw a shape like this really lightly. Look how lightly I'm drawing mine, because I'm going to have to come back in and erase a lot of these lines later, so make sure we're drawing these with a pencil. Okay, I'm going to work on my neck, and the T-Rex has a long body, kind of like a nice oval shape like this. And Mr. Carr is going to move it over and make it a little bit smaller. Okay, remember, you can always go back. You can pause the video. You can start over. It's okay. I always have to start over sometimes. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so this is going to be our T-Rex head. This is going to be the body. They have big legs. Okay, and feet that come all the way down like this. Really powerful talons. Okay, this is just my block-in sketch. It looks really silly right now, but it'll look more like a T-Rex soon. We can go ahead and draw the tail. Okay, let's go ahead and you can make this a nice dark line over here because we know our tail. That one's pretty easy. It's the body that we might have problems with. Okay, so let's start with the body since it's usually pretty hard. We're going to start at the neck. Slopes down a little, comes up, has a little hump here. Okay, and there, kind of like a little mountain range. Alright, so the back of our T-Rex has a little bit of bumps, a little bit of turns. Okay, showing the muscles underneath our T-Rex. There's our tail. And the tail has a little little pouch at the bottom here. And remember, you can draw over your lines and make them look kind of sketchy, kind of fun. Alright, we don't have to be perfect. And remember, it's art. Yours isn't going to look like mine, that's okay. And here at the base, we're going to start working on our leg. Okay, we're going to draw a nice rounded circle here. And this is the other part of our leg. Kind of like a little chicken leg. Okay. All the way down to his knee area. Okay. And remember, this doesn't have to be perfect. Miss Vaccara's certainly isn't perfect. Okay. Draw some lines up here. So the T-Rex has these big, powerful legs. So I might even come back in and see, I make mistakes too. Make the leg a little bit bigger. There's a lot of muscle here. This was a powerful animal. Okay, let's do our foot. Foot's gonna be tough. Here we go. Long line down like this, all the way to the end. A little circle here. We gotta do all of our little toes, all the way down. And this is where we draw the talons. This is a really fun way to draw them. First, draw the talon, which is just kind of like this shape right here. Doesn't have to be too fancy. And then you can draw the toe around it. You can draw a line or two. Ta-da! There's our toe. Let's draw another toe. Draw the talon first. Make sure it's nice and sharp at the end. And then you draw the toe around it. Comes up like this, all the way up. And it has a third toe, but that one's kind of hidden behind the other one, so we don't have to draw it as much, and you can shade it so it looks like it's behind, because this toe is behind the other one. Okay, so here's our foot. Here's our T-Rex foot. Is it perfect? No. That's okay. Alright, so here's our T-Rex leg. It's looking a little silly, but that's okay. We're going to fix it. Okay. Now it's time for our body. So we drew our body. Now we're drawing the big belly of our T-Rex. And up here, we have our little hands, right? So here we go. Tiny, tiny little claws. You can even draw like just some lines too, if you wanted. And this is tough. This is a tougher drawing, that's for sure. Okay, so don't get upset if your drawing doesn't look like mine. Mr. Carr's drawing, it doesn't even look perfect, okay? We're just trying to draw a T-Rex here. Here's his little hands. Okay, here we go. Is it perfect? No. Do I still like it? Yeah, it's alright. Okay, here's his little arm. Okay, and up here we have our big wide neck. Alright. We're trying, we're getting there. We have our little hand behind. Remember, this hand is on the other side of the T-Rex. So we might shade it so it looks like it's behind it. That can really help your drawing pop, make it look like it's 3D. Because if the parts that are behind something you shade, make it look darker, then it looks really good. So let's draw our second leg here. And we're going to do the same thing with our long toes. And I do my talon first. And I draw the toe around it. Okay. And yeah, this is kind of tough. It's okay. Oh my goodness. It looks so silly. See, I need to erase it. That's okay. This just shows how tough this drawing is. So don't be upset if you're having a hard time. Miss Makara is having a hard time too. Okay, I'll try that again. I'll draw my talon. I'll make my talon go out like this. That might help my drawing visually. Okay, talon's out like that. Then I draw the toe around the talon. And come back up. Okay, looking a little bit better. Is it perfect? No. I'll draw my third toe. And I'll draw that one behind. This is definitely a challenging art project, but I'm sure you guys are doing amazing. It does not have to look like mine. And I'm going to shade this leg because this leg is behind. It's on the other side of my T-Rex. So when I shade it, it makes it pop a little bit more, makes it look more 3D. Okay. All right, we're getting there. Mr. Carr's trying. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if we can draw our T-Rex skull. So we might need to make it a little bit bigger. We might need to, this is where it's good to erase, right? We came in with our pencil. We might need a bit of a bigger head. Okay, here we go. All right, nice big head here. Let's see. We're gonna make our T-Rex have their mouth open. This looks weird, this lumpy kind of wavy line, but I'll show you. It'll look like a T-Rex eventually. I have our snout up here, a little bump, and then a big ridge bump. That's where the eye's gonna be. All the way down like this. This is not a perfect T-Rex. It's not fantastic, but you know what? I like it. I'm having fun. Which is all that art should be, right? As long as you're having fun. And sometimes things look really bad until the very end. So sometimes you just have to push through a drawing, and it does look a lot better eventually. I've learned that in my many years of life. Okay, we're going to draw the bottom jaw now. Okay. Scoop it up like that. Alright. Now, it has a little, like, I don't really know how to explain this part, but in the mouth at the end, it has, like, a little fleshy thing. Okay, we're going to draw our eye. And our eye is deep set, so it has bags underneath, bags above. Alright. Maybe it's a little dark in there because it's really deep in the face. Okay, we have our nostril over here. And we have our teeth. Ooh. What you can do is you can draw the teeth a little underneath, and you can draw the gums. Just a little line for the gums makes it look like the teeth are actually in there. And the teeth get a little bit smaller when you go along. Okay, nice sharp teeth, right? They're carnivores. They eat meat. They were hunters, even though they had tiny little hands. Okay, so my gums. All right, time for the tongue. Nice big shape. A little end. And then just back into the mouth. And you can shade this because it's inside the mouth, so it looks like a little bit better when we have it in there. Is my T-Rex looking a little silly? Maybe, but that's okay. Look at this T-Rex. And remember, your T-Rex can have all sorts of different things. You can give it, anime eyes. You can give it whatever you want, a little hat, a little halo, some little wings, whatever you want to give your T-Rex. And again, is this perfect? No. But Miss McCart is doing this, on a Friday morning before the day I'm supposed to give it to you. So, as a final touch for our T-Rex, we can draw some of this skin. Just drawing little lines on our T-Rex is going to make it look more interesting. You could draw some little dots to show maybe some scales and some spots. They had like leathery skin, kind of like elephants, kind of like reptiles. We don't really know 100% sure what the colors they look like, okay, or what was going on, but we do know a lot of things about, their bones. Anyway, I really like dinosaurs. I think they're really cool. Okay, you can draw some kind of like patterns or shapes up here above, looking like we got some little scales. All right, and then you can come back in with your lines, make them thicker in places, make them more interesting, because varying our lines makes it look really fun, really interesting. So I might come in, do a lot of lines here. Just go crazy, have fun. And remember, this is a tough drawing. This is like one of the hardest drawings I've ever done for you guys. And mine looks kind of silly. And then as far as color, you could just kind of come in with whatever color you want. I'm probably going to choose like a greenish, maybe like a greenish brown. Let's see, painting. This one. Okay. This is a little dark. I might choose a lighter color. A bit more brown. Yeah. And your T-Rex can be whatever color you want it to be. And just have fun with it. Okay? Like, Miss McCar's isn't perfect. Maybe it looks a little silly. Maybe the head could be a bit bigger. But you know what? I enjoyed drawing this today, and that's all that matters for art. You can always start the video over again if that helps as well. And all it takes is practice. Okay, I was a very bad artist for a very long time, but I practiced a lot because I enjoyed it. I had fun. And I got a lot better. I mean, I like it a lot. So don't get mad at yourself if you're not amazing on day one. Okay, that's not how art works. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of bad art. You have to draw a lot of bad art before you start getting good art. It's true. But a lot of you are so super talented. I've seen your amazing art. You are so super talented. So I'm very proud of you. Okay, so here's just a little quick wash of color. Yeah, there we go. Oops, that's my alarm because I gotta take attendance. All right, so we're just about done here. You can do some darker colors. You can come in, really do that shading so it looks like we have things in the background, right? When we shade, make the parts that are behind something else darker, it can really make it look like it's 3D. Anyway, here is my little drawing for you guys. Again, is it perfect? No. No, it's not. It's not perfect. You can give them a pink or a red tongue. And then this little part in the mouth here is maybe like a lighter brown or something. It's kind of almost skin color, but not. Yeah, like that. So, I don't know. You choose the colors. Anyway, this is my T-Rex. I hope you guys enjoyed this drawing lesson. And I'll see you guys on Monday.